So I got another Masters of the Universe Origins unboxing. This is Evil-Lyn, Evil Warrior Goddess. And this is the 2000X repaint. It's not a resculpt, it's just a repaint. But I think it's an effective one, and it was at least cool enough that I wanted to get it, even though I already have the other Evil-Lyn. You see it's got a sticker on here with the 2000X logo. So here's the artwork on the back. And you can see Evil-Lyn blasting with her scepter. There's mini comics, Triclops, Stinkor, Trapjaw, and Merman. That's the Lords of Power Merman. And it says, fit crystal ball into hand. Twist and turn into battle positions. And then you can see the cross-cell artwork on the back with the new old versions of He-Man, Skeletor. You got Faker, which I just ordered on Amazon, so hopefully I'll get him soon. Fisto, which I've already reviewed. Lords of Power Merman, which I've already reviewed. And this very figure right here. So let's go ahead and open her up. Alright. And she does come with the comic book. And it's the same comic book that came with Merman and Fisto. So, I don't remember exactly which one of those I reviewed that comic book in, but it's in one of those videos, so watch them both. The more clicks I get, the more it helps me. Alright, so here's her staff, wand, crystal ball, whatever you want to call it. Let's set that aside for right now. And we'll get our handy-dandy X-Acto knife. And I can cut the rubber bands, like so. It looks like there's just one that's holding her in from the arms. And she is now free from her plastic prison. So I'm going to put that back in there. Put the tray back into the bubble. Peel the card loose. I'll put that with the rest of my cards later. They're in a different spot now. I was keeping my cards right over here. Near my couch. On my ottoman. But I moved them back to my room. They're actually in a big tub with some other stuff right now. So I'm going to use the X-Acto knife to cut open this wand. There we go. Open sesame. Alright. And apparently I didn't get all the tape, but whatever. Seriously, that's the way it's going to be? Let's get the X-Acto knife again. If at first you don't succeed. There we go. So here's her wand, and it is colored in a dark purple plastic, which is kind of odd to me because, you know, the original figure, it was colored in a light blue plastic to match the light blue accents, but this one's more of a dark blue color that matches most of her suit. Actually, you know what? I think it's more like the color of her wristbands and her collar, which on the original figure, those were light blue that matched the accents on her bodice and her belt and everything like that. But here, they add an extra color to it. So instead of just being dark blue and light blue, it's dark purple and a medium purple and a light purple. And the staff happens to be the medium purple. So, if you've seen my review of Evil-Lyn before, it's pretty much the same thing, except for now she's colored different. And her new color scheme is a bit more ornate, because not only do you have 3 shades of purple instead of 2 shades of blue, but also her helmet is black, with the light lavender accents on it. And her skin color is kind of it's still kind of vaguely yellowish, but it's not like the bright yellow of the other one. It's kind of yellowish, grayish, tannish, beige-ish sort of color. Very pale. This is a very goth-looking Evil-Lyn. I think it would have been better off if they'd painted her lips a little bit more full. I don't remember if I mentioned in my previous review of the original Evil-Lyn figure, but the original design for Evil-Lyn was based off Sophia Loren, who of course would have been a great Evil-Lyn. But I kind of feel like the way they painted her lips, they're not quite as full as Sophia Loren's lips, and it makes her look a little bit more like Sigourney Weaver, who also would have been a good Evil-Lyn. So I'm not complaining. One thing I do feel like this figure is missing that would have greatly improved it is a cape. And hang on a second, I think I can fix that right now. I took a bunch of pictures of these figures to put them on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've probably seen a bunch of these pictures. But I still have the bag sitting over here. I haven't bothered to do anything with them since. So somewhere in here should be, yes. I'd put this cape onto the earlier Origins Evil-Lyn, but I think it's going to work better putting it on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off, and I'm going to take her arms off to do that, since that'll make it slide off a little easier. So I'm taking this cape off, and vintage color Evil-Lyn can just be capeless. And 2000X Evil-Lyn, she really needs a cape. And I wish they had bothered to give her a cape. I think that would have made this figure just that. It's a good figure already, but it would have made it just that much better. I think that most people are going to wind up preferring this one. The 2000X color scheme seems a lot more popular than the vintage toy color scheme. And even Filmation fans will agree that this is closer to how she was colored on the Filmation series than she was on the vintage figure, regardless as to, what series it was from. I think Filmation fans will probably like this one better, too. So, by the way, in case you're interested, this cape I took off of an old Darth Vader bendy, and I had it actually on my vintage Evil-Lyn for a long time, until I got the Origins figure, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a cape on her. I'm going to take the cape off of my old vintage Evil-Lyn that I had on her, and put it on this one. And it was on there for a while until I got this Evil-Lyn, and I'm like, nah, this is the one that needs the cape. And now that I have the cape on there, yeah, I think she's just like kind of that much more. So yeah, it's from an old Darth Vader bendy from the 90s, and I don't even think I have the bendy anymore. I think it got lost. But yeah, I took the elastic that's supposed to hold it around the neck, and I kind of wrap it around the arms like so. And I feel like that looks about right. I think on the vintage figure, it kind of fit higher towards the collar, like that. And I like that look. This kind of slips down a little bit, but whatever, it still looks good. And like I said, you want this Evil-Lyn to have a cape. Even if you just gotta, cut some out of an old t-shirt or something. I think that'll look good. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Fairly short one. I recommend her, especially if you don't have Evil-Lyn already. I think most people who don't have Evil-Lyn already would see this one and be like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't get that one, because this one's way better. Oh, hey, it looks like her boots are black, too. I didn't notice that. So, yeah, she's got a black helmet, black boots, purple on the rest of her outfit, but it's dark purple on the bodysuit, light purple on the bodice and the belt, and kind of a medium purple on the collar and the wristbands and the armbands, and I think it's pretty sharp. And also, I think that same shade of purple is what her lipstick is. So, anyway, there's Evil-Lyn, and I'm pretty happy with her, and that's pretty much it for this episode. Let me know what you think of this Evil-Lyn in the comments below, and if you think that, this makes the character worth a double dip. Do you regret buying the first Evil-Lyn now that you have one that's, a better coloration, or maybe you actually prefer the vintage colors? I'd like to hear from people who prefer the vintage colors because, like I said, I don't hear from them very often. Most people seem to like this coloration better. Uh, but yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe and all that fun YouTube stuff below. And check out some of my other videos where I talk about more of the Masters of the Universe Origins action figures and other various action figures. Thank you very much. You have a good day. Bye.